Yo. This one's going out to Sadie. You got a lot of requests, Sadie, and we'll do every single one of them. And apologies for our unexpected absence again. We'll explain that on our other channel. But we're gonna clear this up real quick, Sadie, concerning your anxiety question, because knowledge works in foundational layers. To answer that question, first we've got to fix this fear concept. So this is part 1. Part 2 we'll drop in Sexy's spot. But since we've noticed a lot of people believe this, we figured we'd drop this first one here. See, for most, Sadie, there seems to be some kind of misconception on what anxiety actually is. Or means. Never worry about stuff like this. This is why we have such a big problem with dictionaries. For example, this "and" should be replaced with the word "or" instead. See, a vast majority of people we've personally come across think anxiety means fear. However, the player's definition of anxiety isn't fear. Players don't care about what the self-proclaimed lords of definitions believe, or care about what the educational system says. Unless it's truth. Sadly, it's far from it for players. And we're not saying this out of ego. A lot of people claim others are wrong to sound big. We care nothing about that stuff. We're saying it's incorrect because it's incorrect. And if one asks, we'll tell the truth. Otherwise, we've no desire to share knowledge with the world, especially since false understandings cause a lot of damage to people, as well as false judgments on others. See, players don't define anxiety as fear. Because it's not. Anxiety is simply the result of an intense desire to be in a state or place other than the one one's in. That's it. However, we're leaving out one part, which we'll mention before we exit. But it doesn't mean fear. Now, just so happens that people in fear want to be in a state other than the one they're in. Whether physically, mentally, or both. Energetically is the missing link that screws the educational system up. It's not just mind-body. There's 3 pieces to it. And they keep leaving out the third. However, the mental is always the foundation to the other 2. Nor will we be leaving any secrets to it on this channel. But a cap's been placed on a little gland inside the brain. Nor are we talking about the pineal gland. They know nothing about this other gland, nor what it does. And we want to keep it that way. But a cap on it's causing anxiety. Imagine your engine revving. Your foot on a gas pedal. Without the wheels being capable of turning. Which would stress your vehicle. That's anxiety. It's literally that simple. Let's just say when a cap's removed, this gland makes the wheels turn. And anxiety ceases. We'll leave it at that. Nevertheless, anxiety isn't fear. It's the result of an intense desire to be in a state or place other than the one one's in. Yet we said we're leaving out one part. See, we don't like giving clues to the profane. And most of profane would have exited the video by now. We said it's the result of an intense desire to be in a state or place other than one's in. However, there's more to it. Since it's not really the intense desire to be in another state that causes it. It's the lack of being capable of achieving that state. Before the cap. Human beings could do what is the question. Something quite magical we're gonna keep on a down low. People wouldn't believe it anyway. But it's not fear. As we said, just so happens most people in fear have an intense desire to be in another state other than the one they're in. So many related to fear. However, there's those who get anxiety without being afraid of nothing. They just have an intense desire to be in another state. For example, you can get anxiety standing on a supermarket line. You can get anxiety being annoyed with stupid humans that always wait for the next human to fix shit. Well, you've always gotta be the ones fixing it. It doesn't mean you're afraid of nothing. Every time I'm on a long-ass line with only one slow-ass cashier ringing up shit, but 10 registers closed. And a group of employees standing around cracking jokes doing nothing. Which seems to be something that mostly happens in minority neighborhoods in New York. They're used to mistreatment. At least in New York. Nevertheless, I digress. I always gotta be the one to go see the manager. The rest of the humans wait and do nothing. I'm in a movie theater, the screen's black. All the rest of the stupid humans in a seat's gonna watch a movie they can't see. I gotta be the one to tell the theater fix the fucking screen. A man can get anxiety being at his wife's friend's baby shower. He's not afraid of nothing. He just got an intense desire to be home watching the game instead. He's desperate to know the score. And a wise therapist delves into one's issues before making assumptions. The most fearless motherfuckers can get anxiety from being fearless. He can get anxiety because he fiercely wants to fight the monster everyone fears. Before we started our company, Trouble used to get anxiety because he wanted to punch his boss in the face. He wasn't afraid of the guy was a punk twerp. He just couldn't punch him in the face till we got the company's first contract. Had nothing to do with fear. Just an intense desire to be in another state. Which he achieved. One's anxiety should be a tool of achievement. Not a dwelling place. Same way I never sit there watching a black screen in a theater. I fix it. Demand another ticket, then get coupons for free popcorn and drinks for the inconvenience. Now we said we'd do part 2 on sexies. 'Cause that's where we're gonna go deep. See what people call panic attacks is actually a great power. And we're gonna get into how and why. Till then. Respect to you, Sadie. And peace. We out.